Hello, Herkimer County. This is Michele Hummel, Executive Director of the Herkimer County Chamber of Commerce, with another episode of our Hello Herkimer County podcast. I'm here with Dave Warner, our producer.
Hello, how are you doing today?
He keeps me in line. I'm very well, thank
Somebody
you.
Somebody needs to.
I know.
I hear it doesn't happen often.
Really doesn't.
Yeah.
So I laid it off the coffee a little bit this morning,
that's
so
true.
we're good.
Yeah.
But before we get started, I just wanted to talk a little bit. The weather has finally turned, and I think we're not going to see any more snow. I mean, that was a little iffy there towards the end.
Yeah. But, isn't the freeze date like the end of like the Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah.
But we're safe now. Okay.
I believe so. So we spent the weekend with family around the pool, and for our family, the pool is just a sacred territory. You don't get to use it very often. It's Memorial Day to Labor Day, about that frame time. So, it's a place where we all get together and we laugh, we catch up with people, cousins, nephews, nieces.
You're going somewhere with this, aren't you?
I am. So it's just top of mind. It's kind of a big sense of nostalgia for me. So that said, I just want to talk a little bit about Garrity Pool and Spa, because they have serviced our family for years and years and years, multiple pools, and they've done such a great job. This is the time of year where everybody's getting their chemicals together and they are cleaning their pool. Their pool is turning green. They don't know why, but I can tell you call Garrity, they will come and fix the problem.
You don't know why, right?
They don't know why.
Green stuff
we had issues before, and I remember when Dick Garrity was here, he actually said, I think this might be user error. so we got a lesson, and we're doing well. But I just wanted to mention Garrity Pool. They're near and dear to our heart, and they do a fabulous job. They've been open over 50 years, and they were actually voted number one of 2020 for the best community award.
Yeah, they have a great reputation.
They do,
and of supporting other businesses as well.
They do, absolutely. So give them a call, 315-866. Hold on, I got to put my glasses on. I was trying not to do this. 866-4030. They're located at 234 South Caroline Street in Herkimer, and they are also open Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, and Sunday, 10 to 2. Look how much smoother that goes when I have my glasses on.
Something about those glasses.
So I want to welcome Brad Waters here. He is from the Sentinal Media Company, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
Sure.
I'm familiar with Rome Sentinal, and I know that we've had a huge history here. So it was the Little Falls Time, then the Times Telegram. Now we've experienced a lot of changes throughout the years. So sure. I was hoping you could explain what your part is in all of this.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me. It's great to have an opportunity to show our expansion and really commit to some other smaller towns that need local coverage. But I'm the president and publisher of Sentinel Media Company. 6 generations have been publishers now at the company. Became family owned in 1864.
Wow.
So there's some longevity there, and hopefully I can keep that going for another 6. I have 2 sons, Bryce and Aiden, who hopefully will be the 7th generation, and my wife Jenna is a nurse practitioner in Clinton. But yeah, we local news is the future. And we, without it, we don't have a purpose. AP does a great job. New York Times, Wall Street Journal, they can all do the national stuff, but that's not our bread and butter. But no one's going to cover the high school sports, the city, the school districts, the small towns, the town meetings and stuff like that. So we've been doing it in Rome for so long, and we really need to, you're either growing or dying. And I would much rather be part of the growing aspect. And so we looked at Utica, Herkimer, and Oneida. Those are the next makes sense to go that way. And we had to have boots on the ground. So might have seen our opening in Utica a couple weeks ago.
Looked lovely.
Thanks. So we really needed the brick and mortar too. We when we do this, we don't want to half-ass it. We really want to show our commitment to the area. So Utica is the natural progression, bigger city. We've always been the little brother next door, and so but now we just have this huge opportunity to continue that expansion, and Herkimer Alien area is definitely somewhere where once we've just about settled in Utica, and now we're busily hiring some more reporters to expand even more in the sports area here, the local news coverage here, because unless you have boots on the ground, you don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to be we are currently actively hiring 2 more in Utica, and then we're hopefully going to bring 2 or 3 more into the Herkimer area to have some names and faces that people can talk to.
That's great. As someone from the chamber, I'm really pleased to hear it. We're involved in a lot of different community groups and different initiatives. So, and back in the day, you used to know exactly who to call, or you could even send them a text because you knew them that well and say, "Hey, we're doing this. Can you be here?" So,
that's the feel we want. We want, we always have. My door's always open. People can call me. They can come to the office. That's corporate. You don't have to call out of state. All of our creative and writing is done in-house. And we love having that small community feel. So having that person you can text and call to figure out something, that's exactly the feel we want in anything we do going forward. So we've done it fairly well in Rome, and we really hope to bring that same family local feel to any other town that we become a part of. But we wanted to do it carefully. We don't want to keep expanding and then lose that feel. So we're taking our time. We're building up our staff in the Utica area. And again, I said, in a month or so, we probably will have a couple of boots on the ground, even more here. And that's our goal. We want that small town feel and also family feel everywhere we go.
That's perfect. We like that for sure. We're definitely feeling the pain here in Herkimer County. Just there's an absence. So we're thankful that you're going to put some boots in the ground.
And the OD has done, they did a great job for many, many years, which is why we never were able to do what we were able to do now. They had local staff. They had great coverage. And they're just showing some weaknesses here and there that, it's, and I get it, the P&L has to make sense, and right. Or their mission has to make sense, and clearly they're fulfilling something. But ours is more for the community. We'll always be community driven. No matter the profit margin, we'll figure out other ways to bring in revenue to make sure we always have local news coverage. Because it's a little scary what happens to some towns that lose local media. You need someone to be a watchdog of the community, the government, the school districts, and also have something to clip out for sports. I mean, I still have my clippings back when I played, and I hope I get to do that with my sons as well. There's just something that's great to see your name in the paper and watch what you did and trust it. That's the thing that we want. And the printed word is always had trust over the year. And I think it's starting to come back a little bit as we learn what's going on online and everything. It's nice to hold something. We're all exhausted from Zoom and everything. And we do have it online. You can read it on your iPad by 6 a.m. every morning if you want to, but it's delivered anywhere in Herkimer, Oneida, or Madison County. We can get it to you same day, and that will come with your mail.
Okay, that's what I was actually going to ask you, that question, delivery methods. So it does come with the mail. And you're right. There is nothing like sitting and having a cup of coffee and reading the newspaper. It's a great.
It's a disconnect in a way. No one's going to text you or bug you while you're trying to read something. It's just I'm going to work on a puzzle even.
Right. Exactly. So that's wonderful. So in terms of your brick and mortar, where exactly are you located?
So we're at 111 Langley in Rome, right on the business park. We just moved there. And then we also are at 421 Broad Street, which is on right above Rick's Famous by Bag Square by the train station. So we're down there. And then we'll always look at as we grow. Again, I love to have brick and mortar somewhere, even if it's just a small office that someone can pop into. So we'll keep an eye on Oneida and Herkimer as well as we do. But having Utica close, we do already have some employees that come from Herkimer. So we really felt having that there made it easier on them, and also showing our commitment to the area as well.
That's wonderful, because I don't know why, but so many people treat 5S like it's a moat around Utica. And it really is. I honestly, I've worked in Utica and did a lot of commuting over the years, and people are just frightened to hop on that road sometimes. Yeah,
well, even Utica and Rome, it takes me 16 minutes to get from my Rome office to my Utica office. It's not long, but it seems to be just long enough.
You get to decompress. No kids. It's just quiet time. So how many employees do you have?
We're around 35 employees right now.
That's great.
And most of that, we used to have close to 50 when we had the press, but we felt we needed to make that commitment to more of the creative and news coverage. So dropping our press, which we had for forever, we were in 333 West Dominic Street since 1970, and then over by the Fort Stanwix before that. But the press, though it gave us great flexibility and power, it was a drain on resources. And now we get to pour that money into reporting and designers and ad reps, so that there's someone to look at and actually be at these events. We felt that was more important than some of the other stuff we used to do.
That's great. Well, you know what? We're going to take a little bit of break. We'll be back in about 1 minute, and stay tuned for more information from Brad Waters.
Visit My Little Falls and stay connected with the latest news, information, and events in the city and the area. Our mission is to generate interest in the community and connect residents in a more meaningful way by facilitating deeper conversations about how these stories will shape the future of the Mohawk Valley. Join thousands of weekly visitors who stay up to date with feature stories, interviews, videos, our event calendar, and print publication, the Mohawk Valley Express. It's about timely local news for the community, keeping citizens informed about important issues, telling about the people who live and work here, and giving locally owned businesses the opportunity to reach a very targeted audience of locals and tourists alike. It's a whole new form of media-rich content developed specifically for today's mobile lifestyle and listeners. You can download our iOS app in the iTunes store, listen to our country music streaming radio station, or sign up for a weekly newsletter. Stop by today at mylittlefalls.com. You'll be glad you did.
A nice intro there.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
That was hard hitting.
We have an
Yeah.
orchestra here playing that music, so I'm still working out all the
The guy in
kinks.
the pit was looking like, "What are you doing here?" Stop.
So, well, welcome back, everybody. We're here with Brad Waters talking about the Rome Sentinal, which is now Sentinel Media, and how they are coming into all of our local communities and delivering local news, which is what we're really missing here in Herkimer County a little bit. Part of the reason why we're doing this podcast was because we felt that gap. And I thought, well, let's at least touch on some things where we can dispel rumors, what's going on in Herkimer County, that kind of thing. And, we can bring people in and talk about their projects. So thank you so much for helping us fulfill that need.
Yeah, happy to be here. And I love the opportunity to talk local stuff. It's
great.
It's what we're here for.
So I'd like to ask you a little bit more about the delivery model that you have. It's a little bit different than we're used to. We have the OD for most of us. You get the paper. In my home, I get the paper as well. It comes every day. Sometimes at work, we're hit or miss. I don't know what goes on there, but I know delivery is a little bit of an issue. So they still have a good paper. I'm not trying to disparage anybody in any way, but you said that you have a model where you can get same day delivery via mail. How on earth does that work?
Yeah, and that was one of the issues when we told people we were going to the mail, because they're like, well, I sometimes don't get my mail. My packages are like, well, we bypass a lot of the actual mail system. We are delivering directly to the local post offices. So our press up in Watertown, who is another family, fourth generation that we work with. They're printing around 1 a.m. and our trucks deliver directly to the Utica and Rome post office by usually around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And all those papers are already sorted for them. Every imprint is already done. It's down to the carrier route. So all they have to do is take it off the truck and put it on the carrier for the day. So we bypass going to Albany or Syracuse or any of the hubs in the Northeast, like normal mail does. So it's really nice to have that. As long as you have a Herkimer County, Madison County, or Oneida County address, we can guarantee a same day delivery using that model. And it was the reason why initially is the carriers in California and some of these independent contractors, because they were independent contractors. We were negotiating with them anytime they wanted to negotiate. They weren't actually employees. So with the gas prices and sometimes in California, the independent contractors become employers. That's just it would have never worked. So we were almost forced the hand to go to mail, but we found that it was just easier, that it doesn't matter where you live, because we had to have saturation in a certain area for us to create a route. If we had one person that was 10 miles away, still had to charge them what we charge everybody else. So having the mail, and whether you're in Old Forge or Ilion or Oneida City or Rome or Boonville, it doesn't matter anymore. We can still deliver with the mail, and we work with them and work with the local post offices to make sure they understand what our goal is and how important it is to deliver that news every day.
That's amazing to me. What hour do you wake up in the morning? It must be extremely early.
It's 24/7, as an operator, but I have some great staff We have some growing pains, which is I rather have growing pains than not have a direction, and we get better every single day. We have, again, our customer service reps and circulation staff are local. We do have a call center in off hours, but during 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. we have staff in office that will help you with digital subscriptions. So if you have questions on the iPad, or whether you want a subscription for someone else, we have people in office. So you're not talking to anybody else. Everybody's in central New York.
That's wonderful to hear. So how do you get the newspaper? Let's say I want to sign up today. Where do I call? Do I go online? What's the process?
Sure. You can go to yoursentinel.com. That's UR Sentinel. You can dial 315-337-4000 if you want someone to do it for you. Or there are some QR codes. So if you see them on our coasters at bars, actually through Utica and Rome, you'll find us in a couple bars now, or on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're a little bit everywhere. But if you want someone to do it for you, just give us a call at 315-337-4000. We'll be happy to help you out.
That's great. I know
it's always great that you can pick up a newspaper at a bar.
Well, you never know. Maybe the person next to you don't want to talk to so much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It could happen.
We've been trying to get us everywhere. We have coasters everywhere. We're working with Rob Ash, and the comments was great for us as well. We wanted to show a commitment to one of the biggest attractions, and especially how well they did. We hope that continued success there, and we're trying to be a lot more forward facing. We want to be out where everybody else is, and we were kind of in our own niche in Rome. We've been doing the same thing for 160 years, and now it's time to have a little more fun with it as well. New staff, new opportunities, new products. So it's been fun. We are a newspaper at a legacy. You have to respect the legacy. That's what got us here. But we really do hope to bring more digital content, more fun, more puzzles for everybody, whether it's in print or online or on the iPad. But we'll see what else we can come up with too. We're a media company. We just need to be there for the community. So whatever the community needs, we'll hopefully be there for them.
So what type of community stories are you looking for? So other than the sports and the obvious, so for, example, let's say you've got Little Falls Rotary, they're doing a huge picnic or something. And, can we get the word out via
Absolutely.
newspaper?
News at rnymedia.com. Anything you send there is going to our editors. Usually we just need to know about it. We're obviously active in the community, but there's a lot going on in every single town. We can't keep up with it at all. So even reaching out to us, again, we have people right there in the office. If we can at least get something on our radar, we're going to follow up with a comment, a quote, maybe keep something on our calendar we can send a reporter to. But yes, local community events, farmers markets, fundraisers, whether it's high school or community, where sometimes we just need to know about it. And that's really having the community really help us too. We want a two-way street here. We want really good communication either way. We are obviously looking for stories every single day, but having somebody like the chambers or even community leaders, even business owners, just to give us a heads up. We'll see what we can do. We have some limited space within the 24 pages of the paper, but we have almost 1.3 million clicks a month on our website. So having that, even just on the website, will be a great start. And maybe we can fit it in somewhere else. Maybe not that specific day, but we're always looking for content. So please
that's
send
great
it
to hear, because that's the relationship we used to have with the Telegram when they were up and running, and we just knew they were going to be there for us. So I think extending this olive branch here in Herkimer County will really go a long way. We've been missing it.
Sure. And one of the questions that we get was whether we'll have different newspapers to the community, and we always battle that. So you have the Herkimer Telegram and the Utica OD, very similar products. But we did that originally with Oneida. In Rome, we launched a new product in Oneida, but we found that the Oneida people also wanted to know what was going on in Rome. So now we're coming up with, okay, now how do I know what you want to know and you want to know, and what product it should go into? And so I think we're going to keep one product with more pages for the 3 counties for now. And we do break it out online a lot better. You can find Herkimer News, Utica News, whatever it may be. But we'll have just the Daily Sentinel for the 3 counties for now, so we won't have a break off newspaper, at least for right now. But this is one of the questions why we don't, because I don't know what news you necessarily want. Maybe you work in Utica and you want that news too,
That's
or
true.
maybe you work in Rome and you want that news too. Maybe you have family somewhere, or a cousin or whatever it may be playing sports. So we're going to try to pack as much stuff into one product for now, even though I will say we've lost a couple subscribers because we have too much local news.
You can't make everyone happy.
You can't win. You can't win. But that is true. It's a true story there. But we're always listening. We want to know what you guys want, and whether it's sports, entertainment, information, whatever it may be. And you can always talk to me if you need to.
That's wonderful. That's absolutely great. So let's say I didn't subscribe. I haven't gotten to it yet. Or for some reason, I don't know, I'm on the run and I'm not home when the mail comes. Is there a place that I can stop to physically pick up a paper in addition?
Yeah, we are at a lot of the major stores. So even Fast Tracks, Stewart's, Circle K's, Price Choppers, Hannaford's, and we're continuing to expand that as well. And we will have we're working on our website, a spot where it shows every single copy location. So maybe you want to try it for a little bit and where to pick it up. So, and we do take requests too. If someone's going to a store and they wish it was there, we're even listening about that. So if you want to pick it up a couple days a week, we can make that happen. But a lot of the major gas stations, stores, Walmarts, we're at most of them.
Okay, perfect. So is there anything else, any parting thoughts that we should know about? Anything that I haven't asked you that you really think sets you apart, or that the community here in Herkimer County or really anywhere need to know about your newspaper?
I just can't stress enough that we're really here for the community. Obviously we need to make money to make that happen, but that's almost secondary in a way. We really want to make sure that we treat and are there for our communities in any way possible. Advertising for companies is massive. There's a lot going on around here, and we're happy to work for them too. So it's not only about story content, but it's working with the businesses, what they have to tell their story as well. We love telling stories. And but at the same time, we are going to call a shot when a shot needs to be called. We're keeping an eye on the school districts. We're keeping an eye on the city halls, town halls. And so we have to do all this to remain independent, and we'll do everything we can to remain independent. If I would be very sad and very disappointed if we ever had to sell out to a Gay House or a Gannett or a news media group. I might even just shut it down or figure out a way to bring someone else in. I guess there's two things: is we're here for you, and we hope to remain independent for another 6 generations. That's
fantastic. Thank you so much. Before we part, though, I would like to present you with this Herkimer County Chamber mug. I'm still working on the camera angle. So thank you so much for joining us today. So as Brad had mentioned, if you want more information, you can contact them at 315-337-4000. That is Sentinel Media Company. Or the the website address, again, was ursentinel.com. And again, this is Michele Hummel. Thank you so much for another week. We'll be back in another 2 weeks. And if you have any questions, please contact the Chamber at 315-866-7820. Have a great day, everybody.